couldn't settle an argument between myself and my traveling companion there. We are hunting down my father, who is...
Fallout Season 3 is finally coming, and if you thought the Wasteland couldn't get any crazier, the new trailer just proved you dead wrong. The trailer opens with glimpses of devastation that feel almost too real, like the Wasteland itself has turned against its own inhabitants. If you've watched Season 2, you already know that the Enclave isn't just a looming threat anymore. They're fully back, and Steph is the reason they're moving forward so aggressively. What's terrifying is that Steph's involvement isn't just a minor plot point anymore. It's the axis around which the next season pivots. She didn't just send a signal in the last finale. She set off a chain reaction that is reshaping the balance of power in the Wasteland. And from what the trailer hints, the Enclave isn't moving in quietly. They're hitting the vaults hard, using their advanced technology to manipulate, control, and possibly even save the fragile ecosystems of these underground societies. But we all know in Fallout, nothing is ever free. The trailer teases these vaults being tested to the edge. One of them lacks enough water to sustain life, another shows clear signs of internal conflict among dwellers, and every hint suggests that the Enclave's intervention will come at a staggering cost. It's not just about survival anymore. It's about morality, power, and what you're willing to sacrifice to maintain both. And speaking of morality, the trailer drops a chilling nod to Hank's micro-mind control devices. Last season, he pressed that button, changing people across the Wasteland overnight. This season, the trailer makes it clear that the consequences of that choice are far from over. People aren't just passive victims anymore. Their minds, actions, and alliances are shifting in ways that could spark total chaos. The Wasteland isn't leveling out. It's multiplying its threats exponentially. And the characters caught in the middle? They're more unpredictable than ever. The Vault Dwellers, who've been sheltered, naive, and used to controlled lives, are finally meeting the harsh reality of the outside world. The trailer teases moments where their innocence, their learned rules of cooperation, are tested brutally. And then there's Steph, standing at the center of this storm, embodying survival and danger in equal measure. She's the wild card. The trailer hints that if she decides to act, the Vault Dwellers aren't just going to lose, they might crumble entirely. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Outside the vaults, the Wasteland is erupting. Raiders, factions, and survivors are reacting to Hank's interference, and the trailer doesn't hold back on showing the human cost. Entire settlements seem destabilized, resources are scarce, and the struggle for power is accelerating at a terrifying pace. The visuals alone make it feel like the Wasteland itself is alive, responding to the manipulations of the Enclave and the micro-devices with a violence that's both methodical and chaotic. And right in the middle of it, the trailer introduces hints of new alliances. Lucy and Maximus, who've witnessed the Wasteland at its most brutal, appear ready to act rather than stand by. The trailer teases their determination, showing them not just surviving, but actively trying to reverse Hank's damage, possibly seeking help from the NCR. Yes, the New California Republic is back, and they're not just a background presence, they're a potential game-changer for anyone trying to counteract the Enclave or save innocent lives from spiraling out of control. Meanwhile, the trailer doesn't forget the heart of the story, Cooper and his unresolved mission. Glimpses suggest that his journey is as perilous as ever, with side quests, dangerous encounters, and the constant risk of missing the chance to reunite with his family. And we can't ignore the emotional weight. The trailer teases moments that suggest Cooper's daughter or Barbara may not be the same as they were before, or worse, may not even survive. Fallout has never been just about action. It's about choices, consequences, and the cost of survival. Season 3 promises to amplify that in every frame, every scene, and every line of dialogue the trailer teases. By the end of the first few minutes, it's clear this isn't just another season. This is Fallout at its most intense, most morally complex, and most unpredictable, setting the stage for chaos, heartbreak, and jaw-dropping moments at every turn. The trailer makes one thing crystal clear: nobody is safe, and trust is a luxury the Wasteland can't afford. Characters we thought we understood are stepping into uncharted territory, and some may never come back the same. Steph's role continues to dominate the narrative, but it's not just her story anymore. It's the ripple effect of her choices. Vault Dwellers, once sheltered and naive, are now facing the raw brutality of the outside world. The trailer shows them on edge, confronted with hunger, scarcity, and moral dilemmas they've never been prepared to handle. And then there's the subtle but terrifying hints about internal conflicts within the vaults themselves. One moment, you see groups trying to cooperate. The next, it's clear that fear and desperation are tearing alliances apart. Fallout has always been about survival, but the trailer suggests that Season 3 will push characters to their breaking points in ways that feel painfully real. Outside the vaults, Hank's micro-mind control devices continue to cast a shadow over the wasteland. The trailer teases people acting in ways that seem unnatural, almost robotic, yet disturbingly human. It's not just about obedience. It's about the collapse of morality in a world that already struggles with it. Even characters who were once champions of hope and compassion, like Lucy, are forced to confront the uncomfortable truth. In a place like this, kindness without protection can be deadly. And the trailer teases moments where Lucy and Maximus are stepping up not just as survivors, but as strategists, ready to challenge the Enclave and confront the chaos Hank unleashed. Their paths seem intertwined with factions like the NCR, hinting that alliances will be crucial, but nothing is guaranteed. The New California Republic isn't just a force in the background. The trailer implies that their resources, knowledge, and influence might be the only thing standing between the wasteland and total collapse. Meanwhile, Cooper's journey is threaded with suspense and heartbreak. The trailer gives glimpses of his mission's complexity, side quests, dangerous terrain, and unpredictable encounters. Every frame suggests that finding Barbara or his daughter will not be a simple reunion. There's an ominous weight to these hints. The world has changed, and so have the people he cares about. The trailer doesn't shy away from emotional tension, showing that personal stakes are as high as survival stakes. Betrayal also looms large. Subtle cues in the trailer suggest that alliances we take for granted may fracture, while enemies we thought defeated could rise again. The Enclave's presence is a constant, looming threat, but it's the human element that makes the stakes so high. The choices characters make, the decisions to act or stay passive, and the unpredictable consequences of every move. And while chaos reigns, there's a strange beauty in the wasteland's design in the trailer. Ruins, desolate landscapes, and pockets of civilization show that life persists even in the harshest conditions. But the trailer doesn't allow the viewer to linger in hope for long. Every peaceful moment is underscored by the sense that disaster is right around the corner, ready to strike without warning. Fallout Season 3's trailer thrives on tension, constantly reminding us that survival is only part of the story. The real drama comes from human choices, moral dilemmas, and the consequences that ripple across a world teetering on the edge of collapse. From the isolated vaults to the lawless wasteland outside, every character is pushed to confront the unbearable question: how far are you willing to go to protect yourself, your friends, or the fragile remnants of civilization? And the trailer leaves no doubt. Season 3 isn't just about new tech, bigger battles, or advanced enemies. It's about the transformation of every person caught in this apocalypse. Heroes may fall, villains may rise, and those who survive might not survive intact. The suspense is relentless, the stakes are higher than ever, and every moment tased in the trailer feels like it's inching the wasteland closer to a breaking point we can't even imagine. The trailer makes it abundantly clear that the Enclave isn't just back. They're here to dominate, manipulate, and fundamentally reshape the wasteland. Every scene with their presence oozes tension, showing that the rules of survival are changing overnight. Steph's role in all of this cannot be overstated. She's no longer just a supporting character. She's the fulcrum on which the Enclave's plans pivot. Last season, opening Hank's mystery box seemed impulsive, almost reckless. But now, the trailer frames it as the spark that ignited an unstoppable chain reaction. The Enclave's Phase 2 is no longer a mystery. It's clearly in motion, and the trailer teases just enough to make us question how much control anyone really has. The vaults, once thought to be safe havens, are shown in moments of vulnerability that feel almost unbearable to watch. One vault is struggling with dwindling water supplies, another shows fractures among its residents, and a third hints at internal sabotage. The Enclave is wielding it masterfully, using fear, promises, and advanced tech to bend the wasteland to their will. At the same time, there's a subtle but persistent threat to morality and free will. Hank's micro-mind control devices continue to loom over everything, And the trailer drops chilling hints that the effects are spreading beyond what anyone expected. People who were once allies may now act unpredictably, or even betray each other under the influence of devices we barely understand. The trailer doesn't spell it out, but the implication is terrifying. Entire communities could collapse overnight, not from starvation or raiders, but from a silent, invisible manipulation that undermines trust, courage, and instinct. And that's where the characters we care about are really tested. Lucy and Maximus appear in the trailer ready to confront the Enclave, but it's obvious that they are walking into a storm without a guaranteed outcome. Their determination is clear, their courage unwavering. But the trailer teases moments of hesitation, where one wrong move could cost them everything. They're not just fighting for themselves, they're fighting for everyone the Wasteland has overlooked, the innocents who have no weapons, no experience, and no place to hide. Cooper's arc intertwines with all of this. The trailer hints at side missions and detours that could either bring him closer to his family or push him further into chaos. His journey is fraught with danger, moral quandaries, and impossible choices. Should he save one settlement now, or push forward to try and rescue Barbara and his daughter? And then there's the haunting possibility teased by the trailer. What if they've changed? What if by the time Cooper reaches them, they are no longer the people he remembers? Fallout has always been a world where choices matter, but the trailer suggests Season 3 is pushing that philosophy to its absolute limit. Every decision carries weight, every character's survival hinges on adaptability, and the Wasteland itself feels like a living, punishing entity responding to the chaos around it. The Enclave's resurgence isn't just a threat, it's a mirror showing what happens when power, secrecy, and control collide with desperation, morality, and survival instincts. And the trailer hints at the most terrifying question of all. In a world where every action has consequences, who really holds the upper hand? Is it the Enclave with their technology and influence? Hank, with his mind control devices? Or the Wasteland survivors, who might be pushed past their limits and forced to fight, adapt, or break in ways that no one could anticipate? By the end of the trailer, it's clear that Fallout Season 3 isn't just about survival. It's about testing the very essence of humanity in a world that has already lost so much. And for fans watching this unfold, the thrill comes from knowing that any character, any faction, and any decision could completely redefine the balance of power in ways we won't see coming until it's too late. The suspense is relentless, the stakes are higher than ever, and the Enclave's return promises to turn the Wasteland upside down, setting the stage for heartbreak, betrayal, and moments that will leave every fan questioning who will survive and who won't. The trailer doesn't just tease conflict, it throws the Wasteland into a state of pure, unrelenting chaos. From the very first glimpses, it's clear that the world beyond the vaults is spiraling into turmoil faster than anyone could anticipate. Raiders are stronger, factions are more ruthless, and the consequences of Hank's micro-mind control devices are hitting in ways that feel both terrifying and unpredictable. Entire communities appear to be fractured, with the trailer showing subtle hints that trust is dissolving as fast as resources. The Wasteland is no longer just a backdrop, it's a pressure cooker, and every character is feeling the heat. One of the most chilling aspects teased in the trailer is how ordinary people are being pushed to extremes. Those who were once neutral, even harmless, are now acting in ways that are violent, desperate, or morally ambiguous. The devices aren't just controlling minds, they're exposing the fragility of morality in a world built on survival. And the trailer doesn't shy away from showing the consequences. Burned settlements, broken families, and moments where even heroes have no safe place to stand. Steph continues to loom large over this chaos. The trailer hints at moments where her survival instincts collide with her ruthless pragmatism, showing her ready to make impossible decisions. Vault dwellers outside her door may think they can demand justice, but the trailer clearly shows that she's not someone who can be controlled or reasoned with easily. Steph embodies the brutal reality of the Wasteland. Survival often means crossing lines most people are unwilling or unable to cross. Meanwhile, Lucy and Maximus are clearly stepping into leadership roles. The trailer teases sequences where they're not just reacting, they're strategizing, planning, and taking the fight directly to the Enclave and other threats. But even they are at the mercy of the larger forces around them. There's an underlying sense in the trailer that no plan is foolproof, and even the most calculated moves can spiral out of control when the wasteland itself seems to resist order. Cooper's storyline is threaded with equal tension. The trailer suggests he's facing obstacles that are more psychological than physical: detours, unpredictable encounters, and the constant fear that the family he's trying to save may be gone or irreparably changed. There's a haunting weight in every shot hinting at the emotional toll this journey will take. The trailer also subtly teases betrayals and shifting alliances. Some familiar faces may not be what they seem, and those who appear to be allies could act in ways that endanger everything. Fallout has always thrived on unpredictability, but Season 3 seems poised to turn that unpredictability into a central theme, showing how fragile order is when control, morality, and survival collide. And yet, amidst the chaos, the trailer drops glimpses of hope and resilience. Small communities, pockets of resistance, and moments of courage are all teased, hinting that the wasteland is not entirely hopeless. But the hope is fragile, fleeting, and often overshadowed by the enormous forces arrayed against it. The tension between survival, morality, and power is more pronounced than ever. Every scene in the trailer feels like a test of character: who will adapt, who will fall, and who will be forced to confront the consequences of choices they didn't fully understand when they made them. And perhaps the most gripping element of the trailer is how it balances spectacle with suspense. Explosions, ruins, and threats of violence are interwoven with quiet, tense moments where a single choice could alter the entire trajectory of a character or community. The wasteland is alive, reactive, and merciless, and the trailer leaves no doubt that Season 3 will force viewers to confront just how chaotic and unpredictable this world has become. The stakes have never been higher, and the suspense never more palpable. One decision could save lives or doom everyone in its wake. Fallout Season 3 promises heartbreak, brutality, and moments of unthinkable tension, and the trailer makes it impossible to look away. Every character, every alliance, and every moral choice is teetering on the edge, and fans are being invited to watch the wasteland teeter with them. The trailer closes with moments that leave more questions than answers, and that's exactly what makes it so exhilarating. From the fleeting glimpses of Cooper navigating treacherous terrain to Lucy and Maximus stepping up against the Enclave, every scene hints at a world on the brink of irreversible change. The wasteland isn't just chaotic, it's alive, responding to every action, every decision, and every failure. One of the most striking things the trailer teases is the personal stakes each character carries. Cooper's mission to find Barbara and his daughter feels as impossible as ever. The trailer gives hints that his loved ones may not be the same, and it raises haunting possibilities. What if they've been lost to the wasteland in ways he can't undo? What if, by the time he reaches them, they're changed, or worse, gone? The tension here isn't just survival. It's the emotional devastation that comes with a world that refuses to wait for anyone. Meanwhile, Steph remains the wild card we can't stop watching. The trailer teases moments where her actions will challenge not just the vault dwellers, but the moral fabric of the entire wasteland. She's capable of both saving and destroying, and her choices may very well determine who survives and who falls.